No, he's going to be saying, no, I play a different character instead. But, oh, Gabby goes with the Mega Man.
Oh!
Gabby falling from the ranks of the Steve and going a little bit into a different era of technology. However, Neighbors Club with the Cloud. Now let's get into this action.
So I think it's going to be interesting to see how Fallen can play around the use of the lemon. I mean, using the lemons is going to be pivotal to push out Neighbors Club, but I don't know how the Cloud Mega Man matchup works. I don't have a ton of data on that.
Now, I do know some things that you can abuse with Mega Man is those disjoints and recoveries can be a big thing. However, Cloud has the range, disjoints, to maybe beat out some of those rules. So I think Neighbors Club is going to go down to matchup experience rather than the matchup. Because sometimes you don't know the things about the Cloud, sometimes you don't know the things about the Mega Man, and neutral getting up right there definitely shows there's not the best experience of coming in right here.
Yeah, I mean, right now he did a hard check on the F smash read, saying if you neutral get up, I'm going to hit you with the F smash, but not enough to make it back to stage, and falling with a low percent third stock holding on.
Yep. And then again, it's very hard to find that Mega Man experience wherever you go. So sometimes you get matchup checked, and sometimes it just catches you off guard. You want to see how Neighbors Club finds a little bit of the stage, finds a little bit of a work. Go with the grab here to reset up a different spot. And the ledge trap, they're not able to get anything. Fallen just kind of rolling out of there instantaneously.
Yeah, I mean, Fallen doing a good job of just establishing neutral right now and using the Metal Blade to great effect to force out Neighbors Club. It feels like Fallen is able to use these close-up blaster jabs to force Neighbors Club off, force him to the ledge, and then put Cloud in the most unfavorable position for him.
Yeah, and those recoveries coming in from Neighbors Club have been caught almost every single time. And yet almost gets caught with that too. But yeah, Fallen knows the gigs with how to recover, how to abuse Cloud at that disadvantaged state. So how can Neighbors Club mix this up a little bit better and get themselves back into the game? It's going to be a big task.
I think one thing that Neighbors Club could do possibly a little bit better right now is less reliant on the jump, where you see Neighbors Club is looking for some things like these jump-in fairs or jump-in back airs, where Fallen is just intercepting with the lemons and using other options like the Flame Blade and the back air to just kind of stall out the Cloud. But losing that stock to the Cloud up smash, that move hits like a truck.
Yeah, also caught Fallen's DI there too, so going straight up with that angle. However, Fallen just shows all this dominance with the guards down to his matchup. Neighbors Club really has to do a little bit better in this disadvantage and at least find a little bit of an opening. But it's just so much sort of spaghetti to not find that hit. So it kind of goes all this struggle, and Fallen is always making every hit count.
Yeah, Fallen doing a good job of, again, holding on to this percent and just racking up a ton of damage onto Neighbors Club. This Leaf Shield has been such a menace for Neighbors Club to get around. And we see Fallen is just using this platform as a good safe haven to force Neighbors Club to approach on the ground either by a short hop or telegraphing with a full hop.
Yeah. That's something that a lot of zoners are able to abuse a lot more. Maybe you think, oh, wide space is best for zoners. Sometimes having that platform forces a different range of approach. It's why a lot of zoners like Smashville in some ways, because there's a lack of approach room to at least get back on. However, Neighbors Club on the last takes, neutral get-ups right into it, but you gotta at least find an adaptation. Neighbors Club not changing it at all, and Fallen will gladly take advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, this is where we were talking about how Fallen is going to look for that matchup check, whether it's through the S-Smash or any other tools that Mega Man does have to exploit player inexperience. Going back to PS2, I don't know if the Cloud is the right move into the Mega Man matchup. I would think Fallen does have to choose first, so if he does stick with the Mega Man, which he will, it's fine, but I think you have to make more adaptations to be more complacent to sit and just charge limit in the face of Fallen.
Yeah. I think in some ways you see a lot more panic options. You see Neighbors sometimes air dodging when it gets hit with a lot of those metal blades, a lot of those things. I think in some ways you have to calm yourself down. You have to recognize that some things will hit, some things will occur, but you have to play the game a little bit slower. Cloud, being a banned upon this character, can sometimes set the pace of the match and work around it. So you have to at least find that pace, work around it a bit better, and find a different approach. However, Neighbors Club, starting with the even game, and so maybe slowing the things and using more of your distance is the answer.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about earlier. You get the limit, you start camping out Fallen, you find ways to bait an approach and use a back air to snuff out those options. It feels like Neighbors Club, now that they've slowed down this game, but you can't keep getting neutral getting up into this F smash.
That's just called lack of adaptation and stubbornness, because all those times you kind of jump away, and you're jumping right into that forward smash. Neighbors Club, maybe finding a big answer here and finding it right here, right now.
Assure you, not enough to take out the Cloud right there, but Fallen finding a good way to punish that limit up B. And now it's time to find some way to close out Neighbors Club. Oh my goodness.
It happens to the best of us. But yeah, Fallen has a good freeze it back, gets it back to the work off of it, and now even stock game. Neighbors Club fighting an approach. Here's sort of a big issue. Maybe try to slow the pace and sometimes get to your head. Maybe by swinging a bit more, it's going to be a big thing, but Neighbors Club with this lead can make it happen. You just got to find the answer to make it big. And he found it big, but not killing just yet.
Man, he almost passed the test of getting all 3 parries on the F smash coming out from the Cloud. But I feel like Fallen is almost playing too aggressive in the face of Neighbors Club right now, where I told Neighbors Club to slow down. Fallen's plan should stay the same. You do want to kind of wait out the Cloud. There are options that you can exploit and punish, and I don't feel like Fallen has done a good job to exploit those so far.
Oh, I think Fallen's trying to go for a parry there way too early. And now, Red Trap City looking for a potential back here, but Fallen able to escape with his own. Let's Trap again almost goes right into a forward smash. Not really just doesn't seem to want to jump out of there at that point.
Yeah,
that might just bite.
I mean, right now it just looks like Fallen is trying to find some setups that are a little more conventional for the Mega Man. I feel like he's looking for an up tilt to close out Neighbors Club right now. He's constantly forcing him off stage, maybe trying to get that interaction with the F smash again, but the back air seals the deal.
Now this is huge. Now Fallen has the big lead. And never mind. I hate myself. Why does this keep happening?
Hey man, it's part of the curse. It's part of our job, but
I live and breathe. I deal with this curse every single day. I wake up, I say good morning, and then it just leaves.
Yeah, I mean, again, now Fallen is starting to slow down this tempo and finally find a way to punish the pressure from Neighbors Club, but that F smash, unpredictable option coming out and just punishing Fallen.
I think in some ways it's going to impact because it's the least optimal play to go with. And because of that, you're so ingrained of the most optimal thing that you keep getting caught off guard.
Oh, the blade beam getting rolled through by Fallen. So now, when you are in this position as Fallen, I feel like you have to just keep playing this game slow, force Neighbors Club off stage, and find your win condition by spiking him from there.
That situation, Fallen has such good ground control. Gets it down there to send it off stage, and now has center stage. That's down to Neighbors to get a good approach, but not able to get it. Look for the up tilt, Soryuken, but not able to get it as well. It's going neck and neck, and this could be a huge game changer if Neighbors Club's able to come up with a dub.
Fallen holding it slow right now, playing at that ledge, and Neighbors Club again going with that high climb hazard.
No!
Not enough, and the neutral get up again, punished by the F smash. Fallen has been ready to punish that so consistently.
That's just stubbornness, yo. That is just stubbornness to try and beat it out. Because I think at that point, I think we saw like 3 or 4 stocks get ended with just the forward smash at the ledge. I understand maybe not having that experience. And not having that experience, maybe not having those ways to know like the best option. But like, if you recognize that like neutral gap is always catching you, if you recognize that, then you cannot keep doing that same option. And I know sometimes that stubbornness is like, maybe I just have to time it differently. Maybe I just have to do something else. But it just was not helping at all. You saw that demise happen every step of the way.
Yeah, and part of it feels like, how are you going to find a way to kind of get through some of those neutral interactions and take that data that Fallen is giving you, saying, all right, you're getting consistently punished by this get-up option. How are you going to adapt? And if you keep choosing the same option, which is neutral get-up, and then maybe try and go for a shield or something else, it feels like you're constantly getting hampered by the same S-Match, like you said. So the lack of adaptation eventually ultimately hamstrung Neighbors Club throughout this set.
Yeah, that bites a lot of Smash players in the way. Kind of like recognizing where you're doing wrong and where to adjust around towards it. But A still in it. That was winner's side. So maybe can be able to shake it off and keep it going. But I think, are we going to get to top 16?
I believe so. We have Vivid and Omega sitting up on the setup right now.
This is top 16, actually.
Okay.
So, yeah, this is coming in from the A side of Booze. Vivid and Omega were able to kick it off on the left side. And then on the right side of A, that was Toyota, myself, and player 1.
Okay,
so,
awesome.
With regards down to that, I'm not sure if the territory is best of 5 or if we're continuing to do best of 3 with regards to the work of it.
Traditionally, 404 has always been best of 3 until
Top
winner's
4.
side, winner's side grands, losers finals, and winners finals. So you have the top 3. That's all best of 5 territory. but